examples of the nature of arrogance. Never forget, these are tools used by Shaitan to bring us down and harm our daily lives. Anyone who carries a single grain of arrogance will not enter paradise. So we seek Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's aid from such an evil end. Here's our second batch of tweets. Listen and reflect, inshallah. Sheikh Omar Esa has tweeted, if you shun family members because they're not religious, it could be a sign of pride which could render your religiosity void. Sheikh Yasir Qadi tweeted, it's enough of a sin for a person that when he is told to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he responds angrily, mind your business. Ibn Masud. Mufti Ismail Menk tweeted, if we had to pay a penny per heartbeat, most people wouldn't afford more than a few days at the rate of approximately 136,000 daily. Subhanallah. Our final tweet of the day was tweeted by brother Abdul Rahman Murphy. It's a quote from the Noble Quran. Be quick in the race for forgiveness from your Lord, and for a garden whose width is that of the heavens and the earth. As we can see from those tweets, arrogance isn't exclusive to the material world. Never forget that any good you do is only by the help of Allah Azza wa Jal. And should we carry or cast our eyes down on those who are lesser than us, we may nullify our good deeds and enter the day of judgment with an empty scale. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from the sin which cast Shaitan out of paradise. Ameen. Have you ever lost a loved one? If not, can you imagine losing a loved one? How would you feel, and what would go through your mind? Our poem of the day focuses on this difficult subject matter and is titled Losing a Loved One.
Almighty Allah has called for your soul to be taken. The leaf has fallen and your time is up. The angel of death comes calling to your heart. My loved one, this is only the start. As you go into this transitional stage, your permanent fate awaits you. Your life story is replayed.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله ولتنظر نفس ما قدمت لغد واتقوا الله إن الله خبير بما تعملون.
Your life gone right in front of your eyes. Your soul can hear sounds as the family cries. We sit near your bed as if you are fast asleep. We contain our tears and try not to weep. As excessive weeping, they say, will only hurt the soul. We do miss you, but Allah knows all. From the time of death to the time of birth, all is decreed before you came onto the earth.
ولا تكونوا كالذين نسوا الله فأنساهم أنفسهم أولئك هم الفاسقون. لا يستوي أصحاب النار وأصحاب الجنة أصحاب الجنة هم الفائزون.
Our time on earth goes speedily, you see. If we use our time, we can work productively to ensure that we can face the questions on the Judgment Day, when we have to answer to Allah and be ready with what to say. Who is your Lord? For that is Allah, who we remember daily and never keep far. The Creator of the heavens, the Creator of the hell, the merciful, the bountiful, is what we should tell.
Losing a loved one. Kullu nafsin dha'iqatul maut. Every soul shall taste death. Am I ready? Are you ready? What a powerful and vivid poem. MashaAllah, the graphics really captured the essence of sadness. Our penultimate video, Islam and Ego, is a short snippet of a lecture by Ustad Norman Ali Khan, which addresses a growing issue affecting the Muslim youth when they begin to practice Islam.
Allah Azza wa if you find yourself in a hopeless state, where you feel like your heart has in fact become hard, and you have developed this sort of a problem, where you know sometimes the religious personality or the appearance of the religious personality is very intimidating. It's hard to talk to them. You're scared to be around them because you know they're going to talk down to you about something. Right? You're afraid of them. A lot of times sisters that wear hijab, sisters that don't wear hijab, they cross the street and go the other way. Go, oh, there she comes again, hijab police. Right? She's going to tell me something. She's going to say something. Make me feel bad. Right? Now on the one hand that's paranoia, but on the other hand sometimes it is true. There are people that are very condescending to others. They're arrogant towards others. Tell me this. Weren't you a party animal not too long ago? And when people try to tell you about it, how did you behave towards them? Did you forget where you came from? How far Allah brought you? Right? People forget that. People forget where they used to be and where Allah brought them. And then years later they see someone who's a party animal and say, Astaghfirullah, how could you be like that? Where were you? That guy should remind you of yourself. You were exactly like that. So you should remember Allah's favor upon you. وَكُنْتُمْ عَلَى شَفَا حُفْرَةٍ مِّنَ النَّارِ. You used to be at the very edge of the fire. فَأَنْقَذَكُمْ مِنْهَا. He pulled you out of it. And it's in that ayah Allah says, فَأَلَّفَ بَيْنَ قُلُوبِكُمْ. Right? Same ayah. He put love between your hearts. To have love between your hearts, you have to remember you used to be at the fire's edge yourself. Then you got pulled back, and it wasn't because of you. It's not because you're a really smart person, and that's why you deserve to be pulled back. Whose favor was it to you? It was Allah's favor to you. How dare you look at somebody else and think like that? Right? This arrogance is a horrible thing. It'll wipe out all the goodness out of you. It'll wipe all the goodness out of you. And it is most of the time our youth who end up into heated debates about whatever, if it's a theology issue, if it's a fiqh issue, if it's an MSA presidency, I don't care what the issue is. Doesn't even matter. You know usually what the root problem of the debate is? It's ego. It's a big ego. That's all it is. People talking about scholars like they're talking about some athlete. You know, that guy, I don't like him. I don't like what he says. Excuse me? Do you know what journey he made for the sake of Allah? Even if you disagree with him, the fact that he left his home, whoever that scholar is, and traveled halfway across the world to seek knowledge, and spent nights and nights and nights praying and memorizing and studying, you're going to just pass a comment on him like, I don't like what he says, I think he's deviant. How dare you? What have you done? What puts you in that position to be able to say that? And you know, if you disagree with a Muslim and you think they're wrong, what should be your first attitude towards them? You should pass a verdict on them that they're headed to hell, or should you genuinely be concerned for them? And if you were genuinely concerned for them, you wouldn't talk to anybody else about them. Who would you talk to? Themselves. You would go and talk to themselves. If that was sincerity in you, you would address your concerns to them, not to anybody else. But this shows lack of sincerity. This shows ego. This shows you've got your team, you're rooting for your side, and you're just going to make comments about the other. That's immature, arrogant, egotist. This is what it is.
SubhanAllah, we need to take heed of that warning and rectify our intentions when helping and advising others. I pray that we do all our actions for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's all we've got time for this week. We hope you have learned and benefited from what you have seen, read and heard. If you want to get in contact with the show, you can send us an email to ilmtube@islamchannel.tv. Alternatively, you can tweet us at IslamChannel #IlmTube or visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Islam Channel. We'll be back at the same time next week with more inspiring messages, pictures and videos. I'll leave you now with a beautiful recitation by Sheikh Ali Jabir, who died in 2005. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant him Jannat al-Firdaus. Ameen. Until next week, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قد أفلح المؤمنون الذين هم في صلاتهم خاشعون والذين هم عن اللغو معرضون والذين هم للزكاة فاعلون والذين هم لفروجهم حافظون إلا على أزواجهم أو ما ملكت أيمانهم أو ما ملكت أيمانهم فإنهم غير ملومين فمن ابتغى وراء ذلك فأولئك هم العادون والذين هم لأماناتهم وعهدهم راعون والذين هم على صلواتهم يحافظون أولئك هم الوارثون الذين يرثون الفردوس هم فيها خالدون.